Welcome into Galena Sports Live, everyone. My name's Cooper Grant alongside my partner Cole Grant. And tonight we have Week 7 high school football action between the St. Mary Crusaders and Galena Bulldogs. In this matchup, Galena comes into it 4-2 on the year, picked up 3 huge wins in a row. So they've been riding this 3-game win streak, and huge win last week against Parsons was definitely a great comeback in the second half, as they were able to shut Parsons out in the second half and get 2 touchdowns to win that game, and then beating Baxter and Columbus also on that. Looking to move that win streak to 4 tonight against St. Mary's. Got to come out ready to play. Certainly last week showed us a lot about the team morale and how big it was to have Dawson Mooney back. I mean, we didn't think he was going to get a whole lot of action last week coming back off of his injury, but he was in there on offense only in the first half, and then in the second half he was playing offense and defense. He looked like he hadn't missed a beat at all. I mean, Cole, he was making sharp cuts, and he was making guys miss all night long. They have him, Ty Little, and Zane Turner, the 3-headed monster. Any of those guys can hurt you at any point, which is what's so great about this team.
The inclusion of having Dawson Mooney back, having the triple threat running back core, being able to run it to 3 different guys, it takes the workload off of Tyler Little and Zane Turner, and it also bringing in Hayden Qualls as the fullback to block for him, improved their run game tremendously that second half against Parsons. And so I agree with you. Having Dawson Mooney is a huge impact to the team. It's improved them massively, especially coming into the second game. Against a team that they have never played before, and this team doesn't really have much film. So coming into this game, they don't really know exactly what to expect. So you really hope that your running backs come out ready to play.
Yeah, this St. Mary's team, they're 4-3. They lost their first 3, and then they're on a 4-game win streak right now. Last week they had a 54-6 win versus Virtus Christian Eagles, so they moved to a 4-win streak, and the Bulldogs looking to end that tonight. These Crusaders certainly aren't just going to go down easy. I mean, they drove 3 hours, and it's the first time between these two teams ever meeting. So
this team drove 3 hours from Topeka and had a delay. That's what's pushing the game back maybe just a few minutes extra. That's why we started a little late. But coming in, they didn't get much time to warm up. I'm excited to see what happens here.
Yeah, they were just doing dynamic stretches about 10 minutes ago. Now they're finally into team drills, running their offense and defense. But Galena last week didn't run it or didn't pass it all in the second half. They just continued to run the ball between Ty Little, Zane Turner, and Dawson Mooney. And actually, Zane Turner didn't go over 100 yards last week, but didn't need to. Still got the win. They found other ways to get touchdowns and get first downs in crucial times. So the defense, something that really stood out was their secondary last week. Cole, they were getting up in people's face, challenging them, making it hard for them all night, especially how good of a team Parsons was passing the ball all season coming into that game. Also, it started with the defensive line, giving them a boost, making the quarterback throw passes that weren't as accurate, but that secondary made it so there was no chance of them catching it.
I mean, the defense overall, with Parsons, the first team we played where they were able to run the ball as well as pass it tremendously well. They didn't really have many weaknesses when it came to their offense, and yet Galena still found a way step up their game and come out with the win. You know, they found ways to be able to stop both. Sometimes they would get surprised by a run when they thought there was going to be a pass, but overall they still did a great job of containing while also putting the pressure on, especially that D line.
Yeah, they're very good all night long. So we're going to take a break here on the Galena Sports Live pregame presented by Mercy Specialty Hospital, Southeast Kansas, and Mercy Clinic Orthopedics, providing an innovative healing environment for the 4 states. See all their state-of-the-art services at mercy.net. So we'll be back here in a couple minutes, folks, with impact players to the game and starting lineups, and kickoff will be shortly after that.
Mercy Specialty Hospital in Southeast Kansas is an innovative healing environment for surgery, specialty care, physical therapy, imaging, and wellness programs. With all private rooms and spa-like surroundings, they offer a patient-centered experience like no other. Next door is Mercy Clinic Orthopedics that focuses on eliminating the discomfort caused by injuries and disorders of the bones, spine, and joints. You'll be treated at their full-service facility with state-of-the-art equipment. Both are centrally located in Galena, Kansas, near downtown Joplin to serve the 4 states area. Learn more at mercy.net.
Welcome back to Galena Sports Live as they're doing the coin toss right now. So we're going to get some impact players of the game. Starting off with Tyler Little. Last week was great. Went over 100 yards rushing for the second week. The senior continues to be a leader for this team. Last week he had 16 rushes for 116 yards and a touchdown. Also had the only reception of the game for 27 yards. And then on the other side of the ball was huge with 8 tackles at linebacker. Coming out of nowhere, stopping them at the line of scrimmage, which was very crucial on first and second down, and converting and making it hard on third down for that Parsons defense or offense. I'm sorry. Next key player, Zane Turner, the junior. Last week, 16 rushes for 65, so he wasn't as efficient, but he picked up the yards when he needed to.
But he didn't really need to be as efficient with Dawson Mooney coming back. He really picked up a lot of the workload.
Yeah, with Dawson Mooney being gone, they relied a lot on Zane Turner to be running the ball. But now that he's back, that takes some of the weight off Zane Turner's shoulders. So
really good, especially because his defensive performance
yeah,
basically matches his offensive, and him having more energy out there is just going to improve their game overall.
Yeah, and that brings us to another key player was Dawson Mooney, 24 attempts for 71 yards and a touchdown with a 2-point conversion also last week. And his first game back got a touchdown, so that's a huge momentum booster for him. And on the defensive side, Kobe Myers, he's been great during this 3-game win streak. Last week he had 5 tackles. I mean, the whole defensive line's been great, but he's been in there on a lot of plays, and sometimes the stat sheets don't even show for what that defensive line's been able to do. I mean, they've been able to make it uncomfortable for a lot of those quarterbacks in the pocket where they just have to throw it because pressure's getting to them, and that defensive line's getting to them so quick. But so we're just about set for kickoff as the teams are coming onto the field.
Okay.
Here's some starting lineups for tonight's game.
Bulldogs are receiving. Bulldogs are receiving the ball first half coming in.
So Bulldogs won the toss. They deferred, and
no, my apologies. Okay, I'm sorry. So Crusaders, they won the toss. They deferred. Bulldogs is taking the ball first half. We'll get it, and then Crusaders will get a second.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, I'm sorry. I messed that up.
Confused me there, Cole. So kicking off for the Crusaders. Does that look like number 2? Or is that a 1 in front of it?
Yeah, it's number 2.
Yeah, Giuseppe Zuno to kick off for the Crusaders. Back deep for the Bulldogs. Dawson Mooney, Zane Turner, and Hayden Qualls. 5 o'clock kickoff. It's 4:59, and week 7 is underway as it's fielded by Garrison at the 25-yard line. Takes it around to the left end where he's hit and brought down at the 34, which is where the Bulldogs are going to bring out Zane Turner and the guys to start their first drive of the afternoon. Afternoon or night.
It's kind of in between.
So here come the the Bulldogs will try and see if they can build off what they did last week. 2 more regular season games to play, including this one. Dawson Mooney in the backfield. Handoff goes to Mooney. Takes it up the middle. Brought down near the 45-yard line, which is close to the first down marker. And they're going to signal to move the chains. So 10-yard gain for him. Picks up the first down. Great start to the game there with a 10-yard run. Brings them near midfield already. As they had great field position to start this drive. And we saw how big field position was last week, Cole. I mean, Galena was able to pin Parsons back in their end zone deep a couple times, which caused them to have to punt. I mean, when you're at the 50-yard line and it's 4th and 6, then a lot of teams are going to go for it.
Yeah, especially recently, you're not seeing a lot. Most teams are going for the 4th down, and not a lot of teams, at least the first half of our games, weren't even going for field goals. A lot of them were just going for the 2 points.
Yeah.
I think Galena always does, and has paid off for them.
Yeah, Tyler Little picked up 7 on that play. Now Dawson Mooney up the middle again. First down and a little bit more. Into Crusader territory. Brings it up to the 42-yard line. Already early success. 2 first downs and running the ball well to start this game. Which I got to believe they're going to run it quite a bit here since they...
I would assume that their game plan coming in is play really good defense and, run the clock and kind of control the clock with running the ball as much as they can. Maybe if they get up, they try some passing, but I just see it running.
Goes to Qualls on the end around and picks up 4 or 5 there. Well, a good pickup there by Qualls. Brings up 2nd down and 5 from 37-yard line. Mooney with the handoff and gets brought down near that first down marker. No signal yet. Now he signals first down Bulldogs. So marching right down the field, Cole. Early in this game, they want to get on top and set the pace early. And they're just trying to tire that defense out. Because later in the game, when you have such good success running it now, the defense just gets tired and can't do much. Handoff Mooney off the left. Brought down near the 20-yard line. So getting close to the red zone now. So Bulldog first down. Continues this drive. 3 minutes gone out of the first quarter. Zane Turner lined up, takes snap. Mooney directly behind him. Turner will take this one, run a guy over, keep going, and stopped for a 4-yard gain there.
Second down and 7.
So 1 receiver to the near side. Garrison and Mooney in the backfield. Handoff goes to Mooney. Picks up 2 or 3 on that play. Going to bring up a 3rd down and 5 now for Galena. So their first 3rd down of the game.
I mean, Galena's coming out. They're consistently getting first down to 3 yards. I mean, they haven't got anything under 3 yards.
Yeah,
a single drive yet.
Yeah, and even if they pick up 2 or 3, we've seen it all year. Galena will go for it. So,
which was a surprise. I mean, that exact kind of play worked for them tremendously well against Parsons. That's when they brought in Hayden Qualls as a lead blocker. And
No
then
Casey Hopkins.
oh, Casey Hopkins, my apologies. Yeah, and then you saw Dawson Mooney. He went out for a linebacker. There was a gap, but I think that um, Crusaders just saw it coming and just kind of filled the gap.
Fake handoff. Turner rolling around the left, looking for any space. Hit, and the Galena will turn it over on downs to start this one. So very promising drive, and then just got stalled there as the Crusaders defense was able to make some stops. So that's going to bring them on the field, and we'll get our first look at their offense. Quarterback, Giuseppe Zuno.
Seems to be a Zane Turner. He also did the kickoff as well.
Yeah, he's a senior. You'll also see him kicking, and he's a corner. So they line up with one receiver to the near side and two to the far side. Hands it off to his running back, Time Thiebelt. Not much there. So Galena able to limit him to 2 yards. Zuno takes the snap, drops back, throwing left, caught. Pass was caught by number 80, Tony Ballou. So that's going to bring up a 3rd down and 5. Zuno in the backfield, and there's going to be a penalty. So we'll wait and see who they call it on. It'll either be a false start or an offside. So they're going to call offsides on Galena. So automatic 1st down for St. Mary's. And those penalties, Cole, 2 weeks ago they were really bad. Last week they had a couple in the first half, but cleaned it up in the second half. Penalties been a big thing all year, especially in 3rd down, places like that where they just give the team a penalty and easy 1st down. Throw almost picked off. Pass intended for Peter Cancellata.
Yeah, speaking on those penalties, last game especially, the other team, Parsons, they had quite a few penalties against Galena, but Galena did a good job of keeping their composure and just not giving in to those tendencies they may have had the first 2 games of the season.
Yeah, definitely have improved a lot since week 1. After that loss against Girard, they've been a completely different team. Zuno takes the snap, rolling right. Now he passes it out, and Zane Turner comes in and cuts him down by the ankles for a loss on the play. Loss of 1. Great play by Zane Turner, just diving and able to take him out by his ankles. So 3rd down and long. This is where that defensive line has been really good on 3rd down. They're able to make it hard for the quarterback to find any options because they get pressure on him so quick. And the Crusaders have 2 receivers to the far side and 2 to the near side. Zuno dropping back. Now rolling right, still looking. Can't find anything. And it's caught at the 35-yard line, but still 5 yards short.
I would assume they punt it here, but I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
with us not seeing this team before, who knows? Because I could also see Galena going for this.
yeah,
Galena was in this position, so
yeah. And
looks like they look to punt.
they're going to end up punting it here. So Zuno to punt it. Zane Turner, the deep man. And this one bounces at the 30, rolls. This one's rolling almost to the end zone. And into the end zone, so touchback. Yeah, that was certainly lucky by Galena. St. Mary's had a guy downfield and pushed it into the end zone. Mooney, and there's a flag thrown in. Is Mooney still on his feet? Brings it out to the 30-yard line there. So holding on Galena. That'll push him back 10 yards. Bring up a 1st and 20 now. And this scoreboard's having problems. So Galena started their own 10-yard line after that penalty. And negated that 10-yard run by Mooney. Handoff goes to Little. Up the middle. Now breaking a couple tackles. Hits a guy, brings it out to the 25-yard line. Big pickup by Tyler Little there to bring him back into close territory to convert.
Yeah, Galena already coming in with 2 penalties. But Tyler Little with the 15-yard pickup covering for it.
Handoff goes to Mooney. And he picks up the 1st down. Pick up a 10 on the play.
That was a perfect blocking by the O-line to give him that gap. It was wide open.
Yeah, and then Dawson Mooney was just able to lower the shoulder and
Pick up
drop
a few
a
extra
guy.
yards there, yeah.
Yep. Handoff Little, straight up the middle, carrying a couple guys and brought down near the 1st down marker. So it's going to be 2nd down and a little 1. And he was right there, but 2nd and a half a yard. So no score yet with a little under 2 minutes to play in the 1st quarter. But Galena's trying to put a drive together here and get on the scoreboard first. Handoff Mooney off the left, breaks a tackle and brings it down to the 43 there. So with that run, brings him into Crusader territory and a 1st down. So they're moving down the field very efficiently after this drive started at their 10. And in under 2 minutes, they're already in Crusader territory. Fake handoff to Little. And Zane Turner's dropped for a 7-yard loss. Is what it's. Yeah, it'll go down as a 7-yard loss. So 2nd and 15 is what that'll bring up. So ball's on 50-yard line. And Hopkins in the backfield, Little and Mooney. Handoff will go to Little this time as he'll try and push the pile. Brings it back to the original line of scrimmage. Or a little short.
With him being in this position before, my apologies. You almost wonder what they're wanting to do here. Maybe go for a pass or maybe try to take it, bring in, well, wait till the quarter.
Yeah, so that'll bring us to end of the first quarter. No score yet here in Galena. We'll be back here shortly with more Bulldog football on Galena Sports Live.
Mercy Specialty Hospital in Southeast Kansas is an innovative healing environment for surgery, specialty care, physical therapy, imaging, and wellness programs. With all private rooms and spa-like surroundings, they offer a patient-centered experience like no other. Next door is Mercy Clinic Orthopedics that focuses on eliminating the discomfort caused by injuries and disorders of the bones, spine, and joints. You'll be treated at their full-service facility with state-of-the-art equipment. Both are centrally located in Galena, Kansas, near downtown Joplin to serve the 4 states area. Learn more at mercy.net.
Welcome back to Galena Sports Live, presented by Mercy Specialty Hospital, Southeast Kansas, and Mercy Clinic Orthopedics, providing an innovative healing environment for the 4 states. See all their state-of-the-art services at mercy.net. So, second quarter action about to get underway as Galena faces a 3rd and 11 to start this second quarter. They'll fake the handoff to Mooney. Turner looking to throw, brought down for a loss, but a flag on the play too.
And now we should have
So a penalty on the play. We'll wait and see what they're gonna. So a face mask. So a huge penalty there by the Crusaders as they had them backed way up, and it'll be a 3rd down and 2 now.
That would have been 2 plays in a row where Galena went negative.
Yeah, and that's huge for the momentum of this drive as it was going so well to start. And now, after that penalty, just a 3rd down and 2. 15-yard face mask penalty. Zane Turner takes this off the right and brought down near the 31. So that brings up a 4th down and 1 from the Crusader 35-yard line. So earlier in the game, Galena had a 3rd down and a 4th down, but not able to get it. That one they're going to get is they're able to push the pile. And it'll be a 1st down Bulldogs.
The change, 1st down and 10 for the Bulldogs.
And then before she said if they didn't know how to do it, then they would sit out.
Turner, Mooney, and Hopkins in the backfield. Mooney will get this handoff. He cuts back. Brings it down to the 24-yard line. Is that yeah. It's going to be a hold against Galena. So that run will be taken off and push him back 10 yards for 1st and 20.
So we start with foul, runs the ball at the 30. So it's 1st down and 17.
So first and 17 as Zane Turner takes the run around the 30, a flag back at the 40. And another holding, so 2 consecutive holding calls there by Galena.
This is the same problem they had when Gerard's, they had a pretty dominant defensive line coming in, and it caused a lot of holding calls. And it seems like this defensive line has gave Galena some trouble so far, especially for Zane Turner.
Yeah, goes to Little. Not much there at all as he swarmed, brought down to at the 45-yard line in Crusader territory. So yeah, this Crusader defense has been strong so far, just swarming the run.
And
Those-
if Zane Turner stays back just for a few more seconds than just handing the ball off right away, they seem to be right there every time.
Yeah, handoff Little off the left and tripped up down at the 39-yard line.
On the tackle for the Crusaders.
So it brings third down and 16.
Still down so many yards and only having 2 downs left.
Yeah, you got to
You-
think
yeah.
maybe we see a pass here, or do they just
The
stick
weather
with the run?
conditions aren't terrible either today, so
They have Little, Qualls, and Mooney lined up to the near side. Now Turner's rolling out, throwing right, caught by Mooney, taken out of bounds near the 20. So good for a Bulldog first down. So they'll signal to move the chains.
like clockwork. That was an amazing pass and catch.
Yeah. And then after the catch, able to pick up 5 or 6 more and the first down. So didn't even have to go for it on fourth down there.
Just goes to show again how much of an impact Dawson Mooney coming back is.
Yeah. Because that was his first reception we've seen. Handoff goes to Mooney now. Stiff arms a guy and dragged down. A late penalty comes in. So there will be a face mask call on St. Mary's there. Give Galena a couple extra yards. So Galena has first and goal from the 1-yard line. That's what it looks like.
I appreciate Aaron. It's officially a bank. Spotted properly, looks like it's first and goal at the 4.
So they had to respot the ball there, bringing it to a 1st and 4 instead of a 1st and 1.
So they have Hopkins, Little, and Mooney in the backfield. And Little will take this as a guy missed the tackle and waltzes into the end zone for a Bulldog touchdown. Bulldogs strike first with 8:21 to play in the first half, pending a 2-point conversion. Haven't seen them attempt a extra point all year long, I don't believe. But they've had great success with the 2-point conversion, so why go away from it?
That's the first we've seen that right there. Instead of Zane Turner taking it, he passed it off to Dawson Mooney to the left, and him and the O-line took it in for the touchdown.
So Galena gets on the scoreboard first, and they lead 8-0 with 8:21 to play in the first quarter. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back here shortly with more Bulldog football.
Roto-Rooter is proud to serve Southeast Kansas, offering sewer and drain cleaning, as well as septic and grease trap pumping 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. From toilet clogs to video inspections, sewer line repairs to complete replacements. To make an appointment, call 620-231-5630. That's 620-231-5630. Roto-Rooter, proud to support area high schools and student athletes. See the rad in names and numbers.
Welcome back to Galena Sports Live after the fourth. So Anthony Gongora will kick it away for Galena. Back deep, number 42, Andrew Moats. And false start by Galena on the kickoff. So they'll retry it again from a different spot. So Gongora to kick it again, this time from the 35. Kicks it, fielded at the 20-yard line by Tony Ballou, and brought out to the 37, 38-yard line, which is where Giuseppe Zuno and his guys will come out and try and score back on Galena.
So far, Galena, I mean, they haven't given the Crusaders many times to have the ball on offense, but when they have, Galena stepped up and really haven't given them.
So Zuno is going to take the snap, and he's going to toss it where he's brought down by Kobe Myers, and a loss of one's what it's going to go down as. Great attempt by Kobe Myers there, diving, able to make a shoestring tackle on him. Ball carrier was Sebastian Sergent. And the Crusaders have two wide receivers to the far side, one to the near side, and ball's on the ground. Ball's still rolling around, and it was knocked out by Ty Hall there, initially forcing it, and then it rolled for a while and was recovered by St. Mary's.
Recovered by number 50, Andrew Schmidt.
Yeah, so huge loss on the play, but St. Mary's able to recover, and that's going to be a third down and very long. Third and 29 is what St. Mary's faces here at their own 20-yard line. As Zuno drops back, pressure coming, and didn't have anywhere to throw it.
Intentional guard against Crusaders, their third piece will offset.
So there was an intentional grounding and then roughing the passer, but they offset and will replay 3rd and 29.
Replay the down.
So 6:29 to play in the first half. As Galena's trying to get another huge stop on defense, have a great opportunity to get the ball as they have one receiver to the far side and two to the near. Running back lined up behind Zuno, and Kobe Myers coming off the edge. And Ty Little right there. As soon as Sebastian Seargent was caught the ball, Ty Little was there to make the tackle. And not much there at all. And we do have another flag, though. And they wait. So a loss of 7 on that play. It's going to force the Crusaders to punt. Back deep to return Zane Turner. Takes a Galena bounce. And so great field position for Galena to start out here at their 34-yard or in Crusader territory at the Crusader 34. Another chance to score here before half.
Definitely a big drive here for Galena with the Crusaders getting it second half.
Yeah, get it back and have a chance, but you got to score 1 before you can score 2 more. Mooney picks up 2 on the play.
The 32 come on game.
Great block there by Hopkins and brings it down to the 19. 24. Bulldogs move the chain as they're knocking on the door to get to the red zone. First down and 10 from Crusader 24 upcoming on this next play. And they have Saheed and Garrison lined up to the far side. Zane Turner keeps going around the left end as he brings it near the marker and stepped out a little bit short.
Yeah, Zane Turner right there. I mean, the defense was there, but they just didn't have the speed to keep up with him. And he took that all the way to the sidelines there, just outrunning him, being able to get like 4 or 5 yards from that play.
Yeah, I mean, even if it's 5 or 6 yards, still a good pickup. Makes it a lot easier for second, third down. Mooney in the backfield, takes the handoff, goes up the middle, and the ball goes on the ground, and looks like it's going to be recovered by Galena. Even Claw's in there to recover, as he jumped on that right away. That would have been a terrible break for Galena if St. Mary's was able to recover that, getting just a little over 4 minutes until half. As Garrison directly behind Turner and Mooney to the right hip of Turner. And timeout by Galena. So we're going to take a break here on Galena Sports Live, and we'll be back here shortly with a 3rd and 6 for Galena upcoming. Welcome back to Galena Sports Live, presented by Mercy Specialty Hospital, Southeast Kansas, and Mercy Clinic Orthopedics, providing an innovative healing environment for the 4 states. See all their state-of-the-art services at mercy.net. So Galena called their first time out of the half. Still have 2 remaining as they face a 3rd down and 6 from the Crusader 30-yard line. Mooney to the right hip of Turner. Turner rolls right, throwing, finds Garrison, and he's spun down inside the 5. Huge passing play there, as we've seen one to Mooney and we've seen one to Garrison so far.
Yeah, their passing game has definitely opened up a lot.
And it's came at unexpected times. I mean, both times they've had a pass play, they picked up 15 or more yards. Handoff goes to Little up the middle, and he's in the end zone again. Second touchdown of the game by Tyler Little. Gives the Bulldogs a 2-score lead now with 3:21 to play until half. So temporarily the score is 14-0, pending the 2-point conversion, as Galena could go up 16-0 before half. Turner runs right and gets near the line. They're going to call it no good. So Galena leads 14-0 with 3:21 to play till half. We'll be back here shortly with more Bulldog football.
Call service is outstanding in their field, especially for those that are stuck, well, outstanding in their field. Calls carries a wide selection of farm, industrial, and heavy-duty tires, all from the best brands in the business. And they've got farm service trucks ready to go. Plus, Calls continues to be the place folks go for car and truck tires, repairs, oil changes, and so much more. If you're in the market for new tires in Southeast Kansas, make the right call to Call Service, 620-724-4121. See more at callservicellc.com.
Welcome back to Galena Sports Live. After that 5-yard touchdown run by Tyler Little, gives him his second touchdown of the first half and puts Galena up 14-0 as the 2-point conversion was unsuccessful, but Galena still has a 2-score lead right now. So Anthony Gongora will now kick it away back to the Crusaders. Crusaders try and get something going. Haven't had much offense at all tonight. Gongora, deep kick, almost fielded. It goes off the fingertips, and a touchback by Galena. One of the better kickoffs by Gongora we've seen this year. That was a missile. I believe his first touchback of the year.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. Or it was.
So that brings out Galena's defense again, as they've been able to stop Crusaders 2 times so far, trying to stop them the 3rd time in this first half. Galena's dominated time of possession so far. And Zuno drops back, looking to throw, still looking, and he throws out of bounds. Scrambled all the way back into the end zone until he finally got rid of it. He had Kobe Myers and Devin Eddy after him.
Yeah, the Crusaders being so close to Galena end zone is very dangerous. They've almost forced. They're almost forcing 3 safeties there. With that first play that they had the offset of penalties, and then the one right after that, and then this one now.
I mean, yeah, the ball's at the 20, and he ran all the way back to the end zone before he threw it away.
A whole 20 yards right there.
So the Crusaders have 2 receivers to the far side, 2 to the near side, and a running back to the left hip of the court, Zuno, and he hands it off. Not much there at all. Hit right away. And no gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 10. As the clock's ticking just under 3 minutes now in the first half. And if Galena is able to stop them here, they still have 2 timeouts. They could go down and try and score. And timeout by St. Mary's. So we're going to take a commercial break, and we'll be back here shortly with a 3rd and 10 upcoming for St. Mary's.
Farmer's friend in the field is Crop Care. With their industry-leading crop scouting, Crop Care can catch diseases, bugs, and other yield-robbing issues before they affect your bottom line. Crop Care also offers grid soil sampling and plant sampling with lab-tested results, giving you an unmatched advantage. With coverage across the entire region, Crop Care has insight that can help you avoid problems before they start. Give Kurt or Josh Harris a call at 620-687-4795. Crop Care, the name says it all.
Family owned and operated, GN Bank has been providing customers with the highest quality of financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Whether you have personal, business, or agricultural needs, GN Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank.
So welcome back to Galena Sports Live, and welcome back to live action as Galena Bulldogs trying to force them to punt again with a 3rd down and 10 for their defense. Zuno throwing and in coverage. Chase Cottrell there to help break up the pass. So that'll stop the clock. Exactly what Galena needed. Because they got a punt here. I mean, if they go for it and don't get it, then I'd give Galena, yeah. So Zuno to punt it away, and Zane Turner back deep. High, long snap. Bounces, fielded at the 45 by Turner. In St. Mary territory, still on his feet, and brings it out to the 30-yard line. Inside the 30.
Christian Turner on the tackle for the Crusaders.
The 8-yard line. So Zane Turner and the offense will start at the 29-yard line of St. Mary's with 2:13 to play in the first half. Galena also has 2 timeouts still. So Hopkins, Mooney, and Little in the backfield. Handoff goes to Mooney.
Tackles.
And brings it inside the red zone. Near the first down marker. Believe he's just a little short. Yep, brings up 2nd and 1. Handoff goes to Little. And he was hit right away. And no gain on the play. So 3rd down and 1. So Galena has 3 receivers lined up to the near side. Zane Turner takes the run up the middle and brought down around the 10-yard line. Picks up the first down. Has clock's down to 1:05. So 1st and 10 from the Galena 10. 1st and goal. Handoff goes to Little. Jumps and dives for the end zone.
Down at the 1.
So
9-yard
9-yard pickup there as Little dove but was just short. Second and goal from the 1 yard line as the clock's under a minute now. Zane Turner, QB sneak up the middle and push the line. Touchdown, Galena. As Zane Turner just keeps the ball and runs it right up the middle with a great push from the offensive line and then some help behind him. And puts Galena up 3 scores as it's 20-0, pending the 2-point conversion. Zane Turner takes it and picks it up. So 22-0, Galena leads.
Warning signs that you or someone you care about could be at risk. If you struggle with a gambling problem, or if you are impacted by a loved one struggling with a gambling problem, please get help. You can get confidential, no out-of-pocket cost assistance by calling the Kansas Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-522-4700 or at ksgamblinghelp.com. Know your limits. This message is brought to you by the Southeast Kansas Problem Gambling Task Force.
Welcome back to Galena Sports Live. After the 1 yard scramble or run up the middle by Zane Turner, gives Galena the lead, 22-0. Anthony Gongora to kick it away. As bounces and fielded at the 1, runs it out to the left and pushed out of bounds. And late penalties come in.
Gora has definitely improved, how far and hard he's kicking it. Last one was a touchback, and that one was to the 1.
Yeah. So Zuno and the Crusaders offense will come out now with 14 seconds to play.
Looks like 3. One offside, one that offset, and then one personal.
There's a personal foul there after the play, which gives Crusaders better field position, but not much time to work with. Zuno throws it out left, and Mooney brings him down right away. Sebastian Sergent with the reception as time runs out in the first half, and that'll bring us to halftime as your Galena Bulldogs lead 22 to St. Mary's 0. So we're going to take a break, and we'll be back here shortly on Galena Sports Live.
A construction project that just needs that custom touch? Are you looking for a contractor who can get it all done, roof to floors and everywhere in between? Then call Dustin Sneed at DS Construction. With more than 20 years of industry experience, DS Construction specializes in new construction, roofing, renovations, and more. There's no job too big or small. For a free estimate, call DS Construction at 620-724-0209. That's 620-724-0209.
Mercy Specialty Hospital in Southeast Kansas is an innovative healing environment for surgery, specialty care, physical therapy, imaging, and wellness programs. With all private rooms and spa-like surroundings, they offer a patient-centered experience like no other. Next door is Mercy Clinic Orthopedics that focuses on eliminating the discomfort caused by injuries and disorders of the bones, spine, and joints. You'll be treated at their full-service facility with state-of-the-art equipment. Both are centrally located in Galena, Kansas, near downtown Joplin to serve the 4 states area. Learn more at mercy.net.
Roto-Rooter is proud to serve Southeast Kansas, offering sewer and drain cleaning, as well as septic and grease trap pumping 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. From toilet clogs to video inspections, sewer line repairs to complete replacements. To make an appointment, call 620-231-5630. That's 620-231-5630. Roto-Rooter, proud to support area high schools and student athletes. See the rad in names and numbers. Call's service is outstanding in their field, especially for those that are stuck, outstanding in their field. Call's carries a wide selection of farm, industrial, and heavy-duty tires, all from the best brands in the business. And they've got farm service trucks ready to go. Plus, Call's continues to be the place folks go for car and truck tires, repairs, oil changes, and so much more. If you're in the market for new tires in Southeast Kansas, make the right call to Call's Service, 620-724-4121. See more at callservicellc.com. The farmer's friend in the field is Crop Care. With their industry-leading crop scouting, Crop Care can catch diseases, bugs, and other yield-robbing issues before they affect your bottom line. Crop Care also offers grid soil sampling and plant sampling with lab-tested results, giving you an unmatched advantage. With coverage across the entire region, Crop Care has insight that can help you avoid problems before they start. Give Kurt or Josh Harris a call at 620-687-4795. Crop Care, the name says it all.
Family owned and operated, GN Bank has been providing customers with the highest quality of financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Whether you have personal, business, or agricultural needs, GN Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. GN Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
Welcome back to Galena Sports Live halftime show presented by Mercy Specialty Hospital, Southeast Kansas, and Mercy Clinic Orthopedics, providing an innovative healing environment for the 4 states. See all their state-of-the-art services at mercy.net. So, well-rounded first half after it got off to a little bit of a slow start. Galena turned it over on their first drive after they were moving it so well, and then their defense was able to force a 3-and-out right away, and then they got the ball back and were able to just run it. I mean, they've thrown the ball 2 times, and they've gotten big chunk plays both the times they've thrown it, which is great to see that Zane Turner's comfortable passing the ball, and actually none of the passes were even to Tyler Little, so it was good to see Dawson Mooney getting a reception, and we also saw Tyson Garrison getting a reception. So spreading the ball around, spreading the love, great things for Galena in the first half, as on paper this is probably a game they should win, but they came out here and showed why they've been so good on this 3-game winning streak so far in the first half.
Yeah, like you said, Cooper, they started out with a really good stretch of running it, and then kind of just were stopped right there at about the 20. And I mean, that was really just due to the pressure that they were getting from that defense, from the Crusaders defense. And coming in, they eventually kind of found their way around that and has improved a lot. And almost the offense has been almost unstoppable since they've kind of gotten used to that pressure and being able to handle it.
And I see with Galena, they have a lot more success when they put Casey Hopkins in the backfield. Gives them a lot more a lot better blocking, and he's a great lead blocker. Last week when they put him in the backfield, they followed him all night, and he found the way to victory along with the rest of the team on that great team win.
Yeah. One thing I will say, though, is their penalties this game have been a little bit higher than what they're, they've already had 6 penalties in this first half coming in. 2 of them were due to holding, which a lot of times that happens when Galena's going gets a better D-line, or at least a bigger D-line. They draw a few extra holdings. But then the other 3, one was a face mask, and then
Yeah, and then we had a like a late hit out of bounds on the far sideline, close with a couple minutes left in the first half. But not terrible penalties. I mean, like you were talking about, holding penalties happen. It's not even that um, St. Mary's has a better defensive line. It's
Oh,
just
not better by any means,
no,
but just they were
just
applying a lot of pressure, which caused a few holdings. But Galena, again, those happened at the beginning of the game, have found their way around that. There hasn't been any holding since.
yeah. And St. Mary's defense looked good to start the game as they were able to stop Galena on a couple runs in a row for no gain or a loss of yards. Especially Zane Turner, they were containing him in the pocket, not letting him get out and kind of run around the defense since he's so fast. They were great at slowing that down. And then Galena just got on a roll. In the last three offensive possessions, they've been able to score, and St. Mary's nothing. I mean, they haven't had any spark to their offense yet. They've had a couple completions, but it's for very, very minimal yards so far. Um, get to a couple stats here. Dawson Mooney so far in the first half, 12 carries for 80 yards. Zane Turner, 11 carries for 25 yards and a touchdown. And then Tyler Little, 11 carries for 65 yards and 2 touchdowns so far. Hayden Qualls also has an attempt where they ran him on the end around, 1 attempt for 5 yards. So far, 5 different guys, but it's been the three-headed monster. Mooney, Turner, and Little combined, they have 160 yards already in the first half. And last week, they had 252 rushing yards total, which Parsons is a lot better team they were playing. But so far, 160 yards is a great start to this game, and that's what Galena's done best all year. And I expect to see a lot more of that in the second half, trying to control possession. That's another thing. Galena did a really good job controlling the possession of the ball, just running it, picking up 6-7 yards at a time, and then finding the end zone. Didn't allow much time for that St. Mary's offense to stay on the field at all. I don't know the exact numbers, but it couldn't have been over 5 minutes in that first half. But
Oh no, definitely not even 5 minutes. I don't think it was almost 4 and out almost every play with them if there was no penalties. I mean, if they had them down at the Galena 20 multiple times and just held them there.
yeah, yeah. So certainly a lot of great things as Galena looking promising to extend that win streak to 4, moving into Frontenac next week. A huge game that will be at Frontenac next week and could push Galena to 6-2 to end the season if they're able to close this one out. But
Yeah, this is really a great game overall to get them ready for the Frontenac game coming up. Being such a competitive game next week, a game that they really need to win coming into playoffs after that.
yeah, and coming into this, Galena, they didn't take this team for granted because nobody really knew anything about it. They didn't really have much scouting on them, I'm guessing, and they've came out here and just continued to do what they do best, and hasn't let any of St. Mary's affect what they want to do. So we're gonna take a commercial break here on Galena Sports Live. We'll be back after the commercial to talk a little more about the first half, and then we'll get to some things we're looking for in the second half.
Roto-Rooter is proud to serve Southeast Kansas, offering sewer and drain cleaning, as well as septic and grease trap pumping 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. From toilet clogs to video inspections, sewer line repairs to complete replacements. To make an appointment, call 620-231-5630. That's 620-231-5630. Roto-Rooter, proud to support area high schools and student athletes. See the rad in names and numbers.
Mercy Specialty Hospital in Southeast Kansas is an innovative healing environment for surgery, specialty care, physical therapy, imaging, and wellness programs. With all private rooms and spa-like surroundings, they offer a patient-centered experience like no other. Next door is Mercy Clinic Orthopedics that focuses on eliminating the discomfort caused by injuries and disorders of the bones, spine, and joints. You'll be treated at their full-service facility with state-of-the-art equipment. Both are centrally located in Galena, Kansas, near downtown Joplin to serve the 4 States area. Learn more at mercy.net.
Call's service is outstanding in their field, especially for those that are stuck, outstanding in their field. Call's carries a wide selection of farm, industrial, and heavy-duty tires, all from the best brands in the business. And they've got farm service trucks ready to go. Plus, Call's continues to be the place folks go for car and truck tires, repairs, oil changes, and so much more. If you're in the market for new tires in Southeast Kansas, make the right call to Call's Service, 620-724-4121. See more at callservicellc.com. The farmer's friend in the field is Crop Care. With their industry-leading crop scouting, Crop Care can catch diseases, bugs, and other yield-robbing issues before they affect your bottom line. Crop Care also offers grid soil sampling and plant sampling with lab-tested results, giving you an unmatched advantage. With coverage across the entire region, Crop Care has insight that can help you avoid problems before they start. Give Kurt or Josh Harris a call at 620-687-4795. Crop Care, the name says it all.
Family owned and operated, GN Bank has been providing customers with the highest quality of financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Whether you have personal, business, or agricultural needs, GN Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. GN Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
Mercy Specialty Hospital, Southeast Kansas, and Mercy Clinic Orthopedics, providing an innovative healing environment for the 4 states. See all their state-of-the-art services at mercy.net. So we're just about 3 minutes away from second half kickoff now, as both teams are back on the field. St. Mary's stretching a little bit, and Galena just made their way back onto the field. And a couple things I'm looking for from Galena in the second half is just to continue with what they were doing there in the first half. Ran the ball very well, handed off to quite a bit of different guys. Maybe they could get Hayden Qualls more involved here and a 3-possession game to get him some looks, build his momentum. Maybe just spread the ball around a little more. I mean, Tyler Little, Zane Turner, and Dawson Mooney, they've been great, and so is like Hayden Qualls. Once Dawson Mooney came back, he hasn't seen as much work, which is expected since Dawson Mooney's such a great back, the senior, and yeah,
but definitely coming in with them being up 3 possessions, I agree, Cooper. Maybe they spread the love around and kind of give other players the ball and give them a chance to shine and maybe see if they're able to excel in positions that they quite haven't been able to be in before.
Yeah.
Maybe even test a little bit with the passing game. Just try a little, try some new things. You know, really anything. You're up 3 possessions. There's not much you.
Yeah, and I think they're going to come out in the second half with basically what they were doing in the first half, and like maybe even Chase Cottrell. We saw him 2 weeks ago at Baxter with that long touchdown run. So he's only a freshman this year, so still has 3 more years with this team, which is great news to see. So maybe they get him more involved if Galena continues to extend this lead and give some of their other players like Tyler Little and Zane Turner a rest going into Frontenac next week, because don't need any injuries or things like that. Last regular season game next week, and then we have playoff time, so Galena's trying to get as good of a seed as possible, and right now they're in great position for that. And
Yeah.
the only thing that could hurt it is a Frontenac loss. And,
Which there's no chance of that happening.
well, yeah. And it's the revenge tour since last year. Not even going to say anything, but so yeah, we're just about a minute and a half until second half kickoff. So we're going to take one more break and we'll be back here for a kick of the second half.
Family owned and operated, GN Bank has been providing customers with the highest quality of financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Whether you have personal, business, or agricultural needs, GN Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. GN Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
The difference between gambling and having a gambling problem is worth knowing. Learn about the warning signs that you or someone you care about could be at risk. If you struggle with a gambling problem, or if you are impacted by a loved one struggling with a gambling problem, please get help. You can get confidential, no out-of-pocket cost assistance by calling the Kansas Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-522-4700 or at ksgamblinghelp.com. Know your limits. This message is brought to you by the Southeast Kansas Problem Gambling Task Force.
Do you have a construction project that just needs that custom touch? Are you looking for a contractor who can get it all done, roof to floors and everywhere in between? Then call Dustin Sneed at DS Construction. With more than 20 years of industry experience, DS Construction specializes in new construction, roofing, renovations, and more. There's no job too big or small. For a free estimate, call DS Construction at 620-724-0209. That's 620-724-0209.
Welcome back to Galena Sports Live as teams are taking the field for second half kickoff. Second half kickoff is presented by Mercy Specialty Hospital, Southeast Kansas, and Mercy Clinic Orthopedics, providing an innovative healing environment for the 4 states. See all their state-of-the-art services at mercy.net. So Galena's going to kick this one off.
Galena High School Athletics. Make sure you get out and support those that support.
Oh, Anthony Gongora to kick it away for the Bulldogs. Back to return for the Crusaders. Number 42, Andrew Motes. And penalty on this initial drive, so false start, cross the line early for the Bulldogs. As they've had this happen once already, so they'll kick it off from the 35 now.
Usually it's not really, doesn't have much of an impact towards the kickoff team, but when you go for an onside kick, especially when a team's not expecting it like they just did, kind of throws off the flow a little bit.
Yeah. So Gongor to kick it off now. Bounces at the 15, fielded at the 10. Return Motes as he brings it across the 35-yard line. And I believe that'll be the best field positioning start for the Crusaders all night long. So they'll start this drive from the 37-yard line. As the Galena defense had forced three and outs. And was going to have a penalty. So offsides on Galena there.
5 yards penalty.
So 1st and 5 now is what it'll mean. From the Crusader 42-yard line. As Zuno's going to take the snap, drop back, roll right, looking, throwing. Pass is caught by, incomplete.
It's going to be 2nd down and 5.
I didn't even see it fall out of his hands there. So he had his guy, but unable to haul it in. Second down and 5 now. As they break the formation and line up with 2 to the near side and 1 to the far side. Halfback to the right hip of Zuno. Zuno's throwing up in the air, and Garrison in coverage. There's a flag temporarily. The pass is caught by number 80, Tony Ballou. So the 4 referees discussing this one. See what it'll be. So offensive pass interference.
Against the offense. Against.
Offensive pass interference. Push them back to the 27-yard line now. So St. Mary's had a little something going there, and offensive pass interference as they pitch it to the running back, hit initially by Zane Turner, and then Little there to make a great hit. The ball carrier was number 32, Time to Bo. Third down and 20. So Galena another chance to force a punt as the Crusaders have the ball at their own 27-yard line. And Zuno will line up with a running back to his right hip as he has 2 receivers out far and to the near side. Pass is thrown and incomplete. Tiante Paul in coverage.
For Peter. It's a lay-in.
So 4th and 20 is going to force St. Mary's to punt now. And the deep man for Galena, Zane Turner, to kick it away for St. Mary's. Giuseppe Zuno. And it's blocked by Galena. Rolls back into the Galena end zone. Jumped on by Ty Hall. And will be a Galena touchdown. A blocked punt back into the end zone. Recovered by Ty Hall. So Ty Hall will get the touchdown.
I definitely did not see that coming.
And maybe the first defensive touchdown we've seen this year.
Yeah, I think that might be actually. Yeah.
And it comes from a blocked punt as St. Mary's was punting from their own 27.
Yeah, and their long snapper, he fumbled the snap there, was rolling on the ground.
So the 2-point conversion. Turner is rolling out right, looking to throw, and caught by Garrison. 2-point conversion's good. So after the block punt, Galena gets in the end zone to start this second half and goes up 30-0 with the 2-point conversion. So we're going to take a break on Galena Sports Live, and we'll be back here shortly with more Bulldog football.
Mercy Specialty Hospital in Southeast Kansas is an innovative healing environment for surgery, specialty care, physical therapy, imaging, and wellness programs. With all private rooms and spa-like surroundings, they offer a patient-centered experience like no other. Next door is Mercy Clinic Orthopedics that focuses on eliminating the discomfort caused by injuries and disorders of the bones, spine, and joints. You'll be treated at their full-service facility with state-of-the-art equipment. Both are centrally located in Galena, Kansas, near downtown Joplin to serve the 4 states.
Welcome back to Galena Sports Live. After the blocked punt that bounced to the end zone and jumped on by Ty Hall, put the Galena Bulldogs up 30-0 with 10:30 to play in the third quarter. And Gongor kicks it away. Punt bounces near the 20 and goes out of bounds, so flag is thrown. So Galena defense back on the field after they were able to score a touchdown for themselves and help the offense out a little bit. St. Mary's still have that first drive unable to find any offense all day so far. Zuno drops back, rolling right, and just throws it out of bounds as Kobe Meyer was in his face. Mhm. So second down and 10 now. Ball on the Crusader 35-yard line as the Bulldog defense has just been relentless so far in the second half, continuing to get pressure there and just forcing Zuno to run everywhere so he doesn't get sacked. And pressure's coming. Dawson Mooney in there, and a flag comes in as Dawson Mooney came flying out of nowhere, and quarterback just went down. So a personal foul. I believe roughing the passer was the call there. As St. Turner Dawson Mooney went in there. He didn't even hit him, I don't think. He kind of just.
Yeah, that was a real tough one. I mean, he was coming in ready to hit him, and
Yeah.
then quarterback kind of just fell right before he went in, and he just kind of tapped him, and they threw the flag.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that one, but brings up a second down and 5 now.
Down and 4.
Has 2 receivers to the far side, 2 to the near side, running back to the right hip, and handoff, maybe a yard on the play.
Galena's just doing a great job of shutting down all of the Crusaders' plays there. The pass game, it's been a little tougher, but any run game they haven't been able to make barely any yards on. I mean, really passing too, but.
Yeah, so now a third down and 4 as maybe they run it again because they haven't had any time to throw it with how good the defensive line has been. Just getting there and forcing Zuno to run around and find a way to get rid of it as he's looking to throw, running again, outright, pass in the air and out of bounds.
I'll get your phone down and 3.
So 4th down and 3 is what it is. And might be time for St. Mary's to roll the dice here.
Yeah, being down so many possessions, if they really want to try to attempt to come back from this game,
Yeah.
them going for this is almost the only play to go with.
Yeah, I mean, if they punt it away, they haven't been able to stop Galena on defense, so Galena would continue to run, and they're going to line up to go for it as the play clock was winding down. Muff snap, and not going to get there. Dunaway and Tyler Little in there to stand him up and bring him down. So Galena takes over in Crusader territory.
Yeah, for the Crusaders, the past 2 4th downs, one of them going for a punt was an unsuccessful snap, and then them for going for the 4-point conversion there was an unsuccessful snap as well.
Yeah, his defense has been very poised in the second half. They haven't taken a break at all. As Zane Turner looking to throw, finds Little, and Little brings it down near to the 35. They're going to mark him at the 36. So it brings up a 2nd down and 4 upcoming on the next play.
And that was Ty Little's first reception on the game.
Yeah, so now 3 different guys getting receptions.
Tyson Garrison with 2, Dawson Mooney with 1, and Ty Little with 1.
And the handoff goes to Mooney off the right. Runs a guy over and brings it down near the 15. They're going to spot him at the 16.
I haven't been on that tackle on the play. Oh, right, Jerry, that's a Bulldog push down.
Nice run by Dawson Mooney there as he was able to find the hole and then just explode for a 20-yard pickup. And with that run, he goes over 20 yards now. So 2 consecutive games, and he's going to take another handoff. Spins off of one tackler, and not too much there. Pickup of 2 or 3 on the play. 2nd and 8 upcoming. And Mooney lined up to the right hip of Turner. Turner rolling out left, trying to find the edge. Has it, and first down. So ball now inside the 10-yard line with 1st and 5 to go. So with this, if Galena is able to cap this drive off, they could go up 4 scores here with 7 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter. And Zane Turner acted like he was going to throw and then just ran it up the middle into the end zone for a Bulldog touchdown. Zane Turner gets his 2nd touchdown of the night with that 5-yard touchdown run. Puts Galena up 36-0 with 7:03 to play in the 3rd quarter. Ending the 2-point conversion now. With trips to the near side and Turner throwing, and pass hits off a defender's arm and falls into Dawson Mooney's hands for the 2-point conversion. Gives Galena the 38-0 lead. So we're going to take a break here on Galena Sports Live, and we'll be back here shortly with more Bulldog football.
Specialty Hospital in Southeast Kansas is an innovative healing environment for surgery, specialty care, physical therapy, imaging, and wellness programs. With all private rooms and spa-like surroundings, they offer a patient-centered experience like no other. Next door is Mercy Clinic Orthopedics that focuses on eliminating the discomfort caused by injuries and disorders of the bones, spine, and joints. You'll be treated at their full-service facility with state-of-the-art equipment. Both are centrally located in Galena, Kansas, near downtown Joplin to serve the 4 states area. Learn more at mercy.net.
Welcome back to Galena Sports Live as Galena scores with the Zane Turner 5-yard run and converts the 2-point conversion. Puts them up 38-0 now. So Anthony Gongora to kick it away now. Roots this one as it bounces at the 15 and rolls into the end zone. So another great punt by Gongora, or kickoff, I'm sorry. But into the end zone, touchback. And now St. Mary's comes out for their start their third drive of the second half now. After the first drive was capped off with a blocked punt returned by Galena. And then the last one they went for it and were unable to get it. So now their third drive as Zuno hands it off up the middle. Nice pickup by St. Mary's there. Gives them a first down.
And coming into this drive, they're running the clock because of the score, 38-0. And then also, looks like Galena put in some of their secondary team as well. So,
Yeah, they have Chase Cottrell in there getting some more looks. Also, Anthony Gongora in there now, too.
kicker.
And another handoff and is brought down by number 64, Matthew Ramos, the senior.
Rio Jean, 2nd down and 7.
.5:30 to play in the third quarter. As Zuno's going to take the snap and he's going to hand it off. And nothing there at all. Stopped up and a loss of 1 yard on the play. Swarmed by Galena defenders at the line.
Matthew Ramos on the tackle for the Bulldogs. 5-8.
So a 3rd down and 8's what St. Mary's faces at their own 33. And Zuno's going to drop back, looking to throw. Had his man, but fell through his hands. Hayden Qualls in coverage.
Pass was intended for Simon Drew. Flowers provided the coverage. It's going to be 4th down.
Again, another hard decision coming in with a 4th and 8 to go. Do you just go for the kickoff? Oh, nope. Looks like they're going for the punt.
So Chase Cottrell back deep to return the punt this time. As they keep Zane Turner on the sideline here, don't want to risk injury. Great choice. As it's fielded at the 30 by Cottrell, and special team stops him up at the 33-yard line. So they're not going to keep Zane Turner in the game anymore. They're going to bring Jack Perry out, the sophomore, as quarterback, as they're going to send Tyler Little, Dawson Mooney, Ty Hall, all those guys to the sideline. So not wanting to risk any injury. I don't blame them. With a huge game upcoming next week against Frontenac. And they're going to call a timeout. Galena. So we're going to take a break here on Galena Sports Live, and we'll be back here shortly with more Bulldog football.
The farmer's friend in the field is crop care. With their industry-leading crop scouting, crop care can catch diseases, bugs, and other yield-robbing issues before they affect your bottom line. Crop care also offers grid soil sampling and plant sampling with lab-tested results, giving you an unmatched advantage. With coverage across the entire region, crop care has insight that can help you avoid problems before they start. Give Kurt or Josh Harris a call at 620-687-4795. Crop Care, the name says it all.
So welcome back to Galena Sports Live, everyone. As Galena gets the ball back and have a new quarterback in, Jack Perry, wanting to rest some of their starters for next week with a 38-0 lead. And Qualls had it. Ball comes out, but he was ruled down before the ball came out. So it's going to be a loss of 5 on the play. Bring up a 2nd down and 15 now. And the handoff goes to Gongora up the middle. Brought down to the 30, so a 3rd down and 13 upcoming for Galena. Like we were talking about at half, Cole, getting a big enough lead and letting some other guys get some opportunities, which is huge with how many seniors Galena have that play such a key role on this team. It's great time for some of these guys. Like,
especially with so many graduating seniors, you're going to have a lot of these players out there right now playing next year as a starting position.
Yeah, I mean, they returned Zane Turner. That play goes for a loss. Handoff went to Cottrell, but not much there. And loss of a couple.
And here comes the starters back out there to go for the 4th, or probably to do a punt.
Yeah, I believe they're going to punt it here.
You would hope so, but has me questioning why they're. Maybe it's just because the starters know what they're doing when it comes to the punt position. Punt formation.
As Turner with a booming punt, fielded at the 35. And still running as Ty Little just shoves the guy down. And Cottrell in there and Casey Hopkins to help take him down. So St. Mary's comes out to start their drive at their own 48-yard line and try and get their first score on the board as clock's ticking under a minute in the 3rd quarter. Still have Zane Turner in there on defense. Ty Little not in there anymore. And the pitch goes to the outside. Kobe Myers out there, but nice cutback by number 32, Time DeBow.
And wow on the hearing for your game.
So that's going to do it for the 3rd quarter as Galena leads 38-0 at the end of the 3rd quarter. So we're going to take a break, and we'll be back here with 4th quarter action on Galena Sports Live.
Do you have a construction project that just needs that custom touch? Are you looking for a contractor who can get it all done, roof to floors and everywhere in between? Then call Dustin Sneed at DS Construction. With more than 20 years of industry experience, DS Construction specializes in new construction, roofing, renovations, and more. There's no job too big or small. For a free estimate, call DS Construction at 620-724-0209. That's 620-724-0209.
So welcome back to Galena Sports Live as we're about to get the fourth quarter underway. We do have a running clock as Galena leads 38-0, so it will continue to run.
Seems like Ty Hall is back out there.
Yep. And another pitch goes to the outside. Jonte Paul getting out there and throwing him down. Ball carrier on the play. Number 15, Ivan Van Wammel.
One-yard loss.
So 3rd and 7 upcoming for St. Mary's from their 49-yard line. Galena tries to force another punt here. And they hand it off. Van Wammel. And brought down in the backfield. Matthew Ramos there to initially make the hit and then spun down. So loss on that play. Loss of 4. And brings up a 4th down and 11 now for St. Mary's. And we'll see the decision if they go for it or not.
So it looks like other than their defensive line there, they pretty much have all secondary in.
Yeah. And they're going to go for it. And it's going to be delay game, so back them up and might change their decision if they're going to go for it here now. So 4th and 16 from their own 42-yard line now. It's Cottrell, the deep man for Galena.
Yeah, I don't. Looks like they're gonna do a punt.
And looking to throw, fakes it, running around the backfield, now running left. And a flag comes in. Pass is complete across the 50-yard line, out of bounds, but there is a penalty back at the 35-yard line in St. Mary territory.
Block against the Crusaders.
So penalty and blindside block there by St. Mary's. So Galena takes over with 9 minutes to play here in the game. And now it's going to be second string for the most part. Great opportunity for these guys.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity to get some looks for sure.
So they have one receiver to the near side and Jack Perry under center. Handoff goes to Qualls and brings it back to the line of scrimmage. Might have got one.
He gave me arm, 2nd down and 9.
So 2nd down and 9 now for Galena. Gongora and Qualls in the backfield. Keegan Gabrielson to the near side. Handoff goes to Gongora up the middle. Pickup of 6 or 7 there.
It's like carry. The 1 and 3.
So after that carry by Gongora, very manageable 3rd down for Galena to convert. Perry takes it, hands off to Gongora, and hit right away for no gain on the play.
To the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, for Dawson Mooney, Tyler Little, 4th and 3 is almost unquestioned, definitely achievable. Like that, they're more so likely going to get it, but with the more unexperienced players out there, it's a chance for sure.
And has a little push from the pile. I believe that's, Cottrell getting a little push, and extra effort's going to give him the first down. Nice physical run there by Chase Cottrell to move the chains. So Gongora and Qualls in the backfield. The handoff goes to Gongora, and not much at all. Loss of
1 yard loss.
1. So 2nd down and 11 upcoming. Keegan Gabrielson to the near side, and handoff goes to Qualls. Up the middle, down to the 30-yard line. Pick up a 2 on the play, brings up a 3rd down and 9.
Down to 9 for the Bulldogs.
So Cottrell and Gongora in the backfield with Perry hands it off to Cottrell. Still on his feet. Someone has his ankle, and he's brought down for a loss. So clock runs under 4 minutes.
4th down and 5. 4th and 15.
So 4th and long for Galena. Jack Perry rolls out right, and nothing there. He's going to be sacked. So Galena turns it over on downs. Still lead 38-0 though, with 3:11 to play in the game.
We come over and down.
And timeout. Oh, St. Mary's. So we're going to take a quick break here, and we'll be back here shortly with more 4th quarter action. Welcome back to Galena Sports Live. As Galena turned it over on downs, but still have a commanding lead over the Crusaders with 3:04 to play. And another timeout by St. Mary's. So we'll take another break, and then we will be back here to have more fourth quarter action.
Mercy Specialty Hospital in Southeast Kansas is an innovative healing environment for surgery, specialty care, physical therapy, imaging, and wellness programs. With all private rooms and spa-like surroundings, they offer a patient-centered experience like no other. Next door is Mercy Clinic Orthopedics that focuses on eliminating the discomfort caused by injuries and disorders of the bones, spine, and joints. You'll be treated at their full-service facility with state-of-the-art equipment. Both are centrally located in Galena, Kansas, near downtown Joplin to serve the 4 states area. Learn more at mercy.net.
So welcome back to live action. As the Crusaders have a new quarterback in now. That handoff goes up the middle to number 88, Thomas Murphy. Quarterback in now for St. Mary's, Simon Drew, sophomore.
Tackle made by Raheem Sadiq and Jason Long. First and 10 for the Crusaders.
Handoff again to Murphy up the middle and down past the 40 to the 39.
And Jason Long tackle for the Bulldogs.
There's just 2 minutes remain now in the game as St. Mary's trying to get on the scoreboard here. And another handoff to Murphy, spun down by Gongora. Great job to get to the backfield and spin him down.
1 yard longer. 8:33.
So Crusaders have the ball at the Galena 40-yard line now. And a high snap goes over the quarterback's head, runs back, and is just going to run this out of bounds near the 50.
Window crosses it out. Now bring up 4th down and 13.
So great break there for Galena defense, and not a whole lot's went St. Mary's way today.
No, they definitely had some trouble with their snaps early on, and now they've just been a little bit too high or maybe just a little bit too low.
Yeah, even earlier, some of the punts went high, and they were fortunate to get them off. So we're under a minute now in this game. Maybe the last snap of the game, and quarterback rush up the middle. Gongora in there to help make the tackle. Also, Xander Denton.
Up to 30 seconds left with a running clock. They're going to switch it over to Galena.
Yep. And that will do it for us tonight. Galena wins 38-0. And next week they'll take on Frontenac in a huge matchup to see for Galena to move to 6-2 possibly as they continue their win streak and move it to 4.
Yeah, they got the win streak is moving to 4. They showed a lot of improvement, especially in the past. They only had 1 reception with Tyler Little, but 2 with Garrison and 2 with Mooney.
Yeah.
1 being a 2-point conversion, and I think the other one being a 2-point conversion as well.
No, Mooney had one where he came across went from left to right and caught it on it. It was a big 3rd down.
Oh, yeah,
in the first half and really gave him a boost.
Yeah, I was trying to remember the Mooney one. I wasn't quite sure. Thank you. Yeah.
It was great to see him involved in the passing game and not just Tyler Little. And that's certainly a big thing heading into next week's game as Galena is going to all eyes on next week now as they're looking to get revenge on Frontenac.
Especially with Frontenac, they're coming in to this week 4-2 as well. The game hasn't quite happened because this game is over by 6:52. They have kickoff against Parsons at 7, which should be a big tell to how, Frontenac plays. they're similar matchups. They've played against Baxter, Columbus, Girard, Riverton, and they've seemed to have won them all except for Girard. They lost to Girard as well, but they lost 35-0. So it should be a good game against Frontenac. This was a great game for them to prepare for the next game as well.
Yeah, and Frontenac lost a lot of guys from their offense from last year, so it will certainly be a showdown as Galena's going to have all their talents on showcase, and they're going to need huge game next week.
Going in injury-free on a massive win streak. It's pretty much the best circumstances possible for Galena coming into this game against Frontenac.
Yeah, especially after a win like this, 38-0, their first shutout all year. So a huge boost. Even some of the second string guys getting in there and making plays. The defense looked great, and their offense was able to get a little bit of momentum running the ball. So great things tonight, even though it wasn't the most competitive game. But Galena did come out here and play like they should have and took care of business like they should have on paper. So, yeah.
Yep.
So that'll do it for us tonight. And we will see you guys next week in Frontenac for week 8, Friday Night Light action.